Muslims in Akwa Ibom visit Governor Udomi Makel as part of Eid al-Fitr festival. Staff of Ministry of Health tasked to provide quality health services to Akwa Ibom people. Boko Haram insurgents killed over 50 Muslim worshippers in Damaturu Hill-based church. Details of this and other stories in just a moment. Welcome to KB 45 News at dawn. I am Miriam Ikmutu. Muslims residents in the state have been assured their safety of their lives and property. Governor Udomi gave the assurance when he received the leader of Muslim community in the state who paid him a visit in his office. Mr. Udomi was represented by his deputy, Mr. Moses Ekpo. Patience John completes the story.
Safety of lives and property, as well as ensuring peaceful existence in the state. He called on the Muslims in the state to pray for peace in the country, which will allow for the development of the country. Mr. Moses Ekpo regretted the menace of the Boko Haram insurgency in parts of the country and called on the sect to lay down arms.
I'd like to hear that you're comfortably settled here. Perhaps, by your example, other Nigerians will learn to give breathing space to Nigerians who happen to live and have business in old areas. It is only then that we will ensure that the gospel of brotherhood in a nation is what will put the nation together and make it a great nation.
The leader of the Muslim community in Akwa Ibom State, who is also the Vice President of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Inuwa Hassan, thanked the state government for constituting the Muslims Pilgrim Welfare Board and for creating a peaceful environment for them to stay in the state. He commended developmental strides of the state government, especially its commitment in developing the deep sea port, and praised the support of its people to the state government. They, however, pleaded for support from the state government to enable them to build a mosque in the state.
I also want to appreciate the initiative that this government, though the government is just about 1 month in office, but has brought up so many good initiatives that will promote and then enrich the lives of Akwa Ibom State and the Muslims that are living in Akwa Ibom State.
On the visit were members of the Muslim community in Akwa Ibom and the State Muslims Pilgrim Welfare Board. Patience John reporting.
Staff of the Ministry of Health have been charged to work as a team in order to provide quality and excellent healthcare services to the people. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Domingo Bong, gave the charge during his maiden meeting with the staff. He urged the staff to be punctual and to be committed to their work while emphasizing accountability as their watchword, as well as live up to ethics of the civil service. Dr. Bong said deserving staff will be rewarded to serve as motivation for others, but warned that the ministry will not hesitate to discipline erring ones. While assuring the staff of his readiness to put everything in place for increased productivity, he pledged to carry everyone along to reposition the health sector, which according to him is one of the priorities of the government.
I do not expect that from the Ministry of Health I'm going to be the one who that we have done. It is you who will do it. The implementation is based on what I understand about health. The people, the structures, and the process. That is the most important. Therefore, knowing that my responsibility will be first of all to make it possible. challenges of any sort, you don't stay in the office at home. Go to your directors, let the people see how.
The permanent secretary, Mrs. Taylor, will express appreciation to God and the governor for the appointment in method of preparedness to work with him. She however warned staff against truancy, but tasked them to put in the best.
Glad to welcome you to Minister of Health, and I, on behalf of the staff, I say congratulations. They are well-deserved appointments. We are very, very happy to have you here this morning. I want to say that the staff here are very committed. You will be very supportive to your administration. Whatever you want us to do, we will do. Whatever the attitude we had, we will change. With you, everything will turn around for good.
The state government has taken steps to alleviate the sufferings of primary school teachers. Consequently, it is to provide a bailout to local governments to enable them to pay salary areas owned to primary school teachers across the state. Governor Doimande announced out during the swearing-in of caretaker committee chairman for the local governments, said the gesture is part of government's commitment to ensure better welfare to workers and the people. The story is read in our studios.
The governor, while sympathizing with the teachers, directed the State Accountant General to work out modalities for the disbursement of funds to local government and assured that the issue of leave grants, pensions and gratuity will be looked into on a later date. The governor, while congratulating the caretaker chairman for the appointment, charged him to work in accordance with the constitutional provisions by bringing government and development closer to the people and the rural areas. Them to ginger cooperation and participation of people level and work towards solutions from each take one government into various vocations. He congratulated immediate past local government chairmen for their contributions to the development of the state.
There are some local areas that did not pay the rest of teachers' salary, but have ordered the Accountant General to get money from anywhere, clear all our teachers' salaries. And the grace of God, we can raise the issue of that for the ordered the Accountant General clear salaries of primary school updates. Look at what we can have to actually look at leave grants, and if possible, we can extend our hand of fellowship very soon into the pensions of those primary school teachers.
The governor Frank attitude on who with over the council premises while refuse were being displayed on the streets. The governor tasked officials to be guided by the brief nature of the attempt not to embark on capital projects, but to provide social services such as rehabilitation of rural roads, primary health care, primary education, rural electrification, as well as protect government facilities in their domains.
There are some local government areas that you would doubt whether there was anything like a chairman there. Some of them, to alliance profit, you go there, the sand and the weeds on the expressway. Animals can live inside there on the expressway, even as cars are passing. You wonder, do we have a chairman here? Some of the places that were so good, you go, the refuses are just totally, there's a refuse dump on the tar road. Please do the best you can to make sure your people feel your impact and then relate with the people.
We'll take a short break now. When we come back, more news. Do stay with us.
The safety of our communities is in our hands. The police need our help and support. Boko Haram threatens our lives, our future, our country. But Nigeria belongs to us. God has blessed us with this rich land. Let us protect her as we protect each other. Report any criminal activity. Call these numbers. Your call is anonymous, and it is vitally important. Your support so far has been critical. Continuing it will make all the difference between a Nigeria of the fearful and a Nigeria of the free. Protect each other, for we are not terrorists. We are Nigerians. A message from the State Security Service.
It's good to have you back. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Political and Legislative Affairs, Mr. Etok, is assured the Akwa Ibom people that Governor Udom Emmanuel will ensure the spread of appointments and projects across the state. Mr. Etok spoke against the backdrop of reactions by some people who felt a sideline in the constitution of the Local Government Transition Committee. He said that given the pedigree of the governor and his promises, every community will benefit from development and empowerment programs of the administration. The Special Advisor called on political stakeholders in the state to take advantage of the opportunity given to them by the governor to promote the welfare of the people. Mr. Etok said that as part of making good his electoral promises of empowering the citizenry, the governor has directed chairmen of the transition committee to liaise with elders in their various wards, especially those that have not been touched, to pick indigents for training in the state of Israel. The executive chairman of the Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, AKICOP, Dr. Elijah Akpan, says the organization is committed to deliver on the mandate of creating a congenial atmosphere for the realization of the industrial policy of the state government. Dr. Akpan was speaking during a meeting with staff of the corporation in Uyo. The story is here presented.
He said that the only way of realizing the policy is to create a comfortable working environment that would encourage the corporation, support and loyalty of the staff to the government and its programs. Dr. Akpan said that AKICOP has the mandate to drive the industrialization of the state from micro to macro, and that Governor Udom Emmanuel was desirous to leave a lasting legacy in this area. He spoke on the need for staff of the outfit to work as a family, making teamwork their watchword, saying that as a servant leader he will run an open administration. The pharmacist media guru charged the staff to show commitment to their duties, eschew rancor and sentiments, and commended the former chairman of the corporation for doing a good job while in office.
Akwa Ibom State Investment Corporation is an entity that the government has designated to drive investments from small, medium to large scale. And the only way we can do that is to utilize the personnel that we have to do that. And so I just need everyone to come early and try to do your work.
The Executive Director Operations, Mr. Jacob Ikwe, welcomed the new chairman on behalf of the management and staff of the corporation. He said AKICOP has skilled and dedicated staff who are ready to work to enable the corporation to deliver on its mandate and pledge their cooperation.
Prosperity to Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation and the state. We promise to cooperate with you and your management team to achieve set objectives and targets of the corporation. We thank you so much.
The new Director General of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, Pastor Nietu, says that he will work hard to lift the corporation to the next level. Pastor Okpe was speaking during his meeting with staff on corporation. Said he advised to attract more government's attention to the corporation under a 3-point program and call for cooperation from staff. Ayalena Paul has the details.
Pastor Nick commended his predecessors' cooperation. If I had done the bad job, is for the government to step in and change the story of the Kwem Broadcasting Corporation. Pastor Okbe said that during his tenure, he would work to improve the staff welfare, to bring about loyalty for governments and the people, as well as ensure a facelift of infrastructure and equipment in the corporation. So, Emmanuel is concerned about the welfare of Akwebom Broadcasting Corporation, adding that ideas and suggestions from staff to add value to the corporation is welcomed. The new Director General viewed from board management staff has to so as to achieve the desired goals. On the issue of corporate headquarters and placing the corporation directly under the government house, the Director General promised to sort it out with the authorities.
I assure you that His Excellency the Governor has great plans for the turnaround to move into a comfortable position.
Earlier, the outgoing Director General of the Corporation, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, had thanked God for the opportunity to serve the state to the apex of appreciation for the confidence reposed on her. Mrs. Udofia said that during her 6 months as Acting Director General, staff in various directorates were trained, explaining also that notable achievements were rendered in other areas. She thanked the staff for the support she enjoyed during the period and hoped that the new Director General will do his best to move the corporation to the next height.
The confidence I had is that I had confidence in you, the staff of AKBC. As staff, I want you and the management staff in the
Chairman George Trade Union in the corporation, Pastor Emmanuel Yofugi, appealed for the building of the permanent corporate headquarters for AKBC and placement of the corporation under government's house. Pastor Yofugi commended outgoing Acting Director General for leaving imprint during her short stay in office and pledged the cooperation of staff with the new DG.
Now that you are here, please, sir, the very first thing we want to plead, in any meeting you have with government, sir, please tell them we are not being tenants. I think our continuous staying in Ministry of Information is not very healthy for us. In some other stations and states, the radio station and TV station is directly linked to government house.
Some staff who spoke expressed their expectation this way.
The promises of making ABC move from rented apartments to permanent apartments, but I've never witnessed the functionalization that
staff welfare should be prioritized.
The new DG is to ensure that he repositions things in the corporation.
As a former chief press secretary to the governor of the former administration, talking about Chief Gospel that he will bring that wealth of experience.
The new DG and staff of Kwem Broadcasting Corporation. Pastor Nitiobe holds a Master of Arts degree in Communication Arts with bias in organizational communications from University of Uyo, having received his 4th degree in mass communication with executive reporter general duties. Pastor Okbe served as the chief correspondent in the defunct Concord newspaper. He was an editorial consultant to one and magazines and was appointed the chief press secretary and director of press of 2005. Nitbe ordained a patel by late Bishop Benson Idahosa in 1995, has also been the chairman of board of directors, Multiplex Communications Marketing Limited, and chief consultants, Fire and Pairs Limited. They contribute over 1,000 articles, prints, short stories, essays, and new features to his credit. Pastor Ope is a member of professional bodies such as Nigeria Union of Journalists, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, Chartered Institute of Administrators of Nigeria, and member Board of Trustees of Insights Bible Church. Anetu Ukbe was appointed the Chief Press Secretary and Senior Special Assistant to the then Governor Godswill Akpabio in June 2011, where he served till the close of that administration. He married with children.
With the wealth of experience of the new Director General, it is believed that the expectations of the staff will be met and the services in this corporation will take to an enviable height. They are involved.
Fifth anniversary memorial service has been held in Ukraine, Netherlands, and Australia to commemorate those whose lives were lost in the MH17 infected fights. Islamic protesters and the police have clashed in Egypt, leaving 6 people dead. Boko Haram insurgents have struck in the wake of Eid al-Fitr celebrations in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital. Details of this and more in a foreign news segment with Samuel Ayara.
A memorial service to mark the first anniversary of the MH17 disaster, in which 298 people died, held at the crash site in Ukraine. The service, which simultaneously held in the Netherlands, where most of the passengers came from, took place amid down emotions. Australia is reported to have held a memorial at the Parliament House in Canberra for 39 of its nationals who died in the crash. People were seen and paying tribute to loved ones whose lives were lost in the disaster, while a plaque with the name of victims were unveiled in the garden. In his tribute, the Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott said Australians owed a debt an obligation to bring the guilty to justice, as the passing leaves a void that can never be filled and a pain that still drops. U.S. federal investigators says that the gunman who killed 4 Marines in the Tennessee shooting had no links to international terrorism. The gunman, whose name was given as Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz, was shot dead by police after he attacked a military recruitment center. Local prosecutors referred to the crime as domestic terrorism, even as the gunman's motive was yet to be known. Commenting on the attack, the US President Barack Obama referred to the attack as heartbreaking and unfortunate. No fewer than 9 people have been confirmed dead in a twin bomb explosion that occurred on Friday at a mosque in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital, during the Muslim Eid al-Festival. The attack, according to the military, by a 8-year-old girl. The twin blast occurred while volunteers were screening worshippers before allowing them access to the Eid, an open ground set aside for prayers at the end of the Muslim fasting month of Ramadan. The spate of bombing, it to be recalled, has recently stepped up in troubled northeastern Nigeria, even as Friday morning attack closely succeeds an earlier one targeted at those who were shopping for the Eid festival in Gombe, where not less than 49 people died. A new Commandant General for the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has been appointed by the President. He is Mr. Abdullahi Mohammed, who until his appointment was an Assistant Commandant General of the NSCDC and hails from Lapai local government area of Niger State. Mr. Muhammad, who is to succeed Dr. Ade Ablarin, who has retired from the service. He holds a BSc in Zoology from the University and Masters in Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
You can also watch AKBC News Online by logging on akbconline.org. Follow us on Twitter, AKBC45, on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That's the package this morning. We just spoken at the top stories. Muslims in the state have visited Governor Daniel as they celebrate the festival of Eid al-Fitr. Also, scores of Muslim worshippers have been killed by bomb blasts allegedly planted in a mosque in Yobe State capital, Damaturu. That's our package this morning. We thank you so much for spending time with us, and to Muslim brothers and sisters, we wish them a very peaceful celebration. Thank you.